during that game. You know, after the game, we obviously came together. But during the game, I don't think we responded well. I think maybe we learned from that and treated this situation a little better.
A couple of guys that I talked to said that they had an odd sense of calm during that last drive because of what you just talked about, all the adversity that had already been overcome. But what was your mindset watching the defense on that last drive?
Same thing. Really, it's an odd sense of confidence. I just knew we've been in this situation so many times, and we just found a way to pull it through. So I guess once we found ourselves in that situation again, I just had faith that we would do what we've done previously.
What was your confidence level in your defense on that last drive?
Confident, super confident. Game on the line. They've been in that situation plenty of times this season, and they've always taken care of us, so I kind of figured they would do the same.
What could you say about Robert Saleh, his return to this team?
I mean, best defensive coordinator in the land, and, you know, it shows you why. Obviously, he doesn't have his big dogs, the guys that, you know, they're perennial all-pros and Pro Bowlers, but he motivates those guys. He knows how to deliver his message in a way that stimulates the group, and they play for each other. They play together.
Trent, just a word on Brock, like the 2 picks tonight, but then comes out and leads that touchdown drive. Like the way he just stays level, just seems phenomenal to me.
Yeah, it is. But I mean, that's a big part of his makeup, and that's the reason why he is Brock Purdy, and he's made himself a household name from a 7th-round pick. It's that resolve, that ability to be able to bounce back, and never get too high, never get too low.
I apologize because I know you've probably been asked, but I noticed that you kind of stood near George longer than most when he first went down. Just that first moment, what you thought when you saw him laying there?
Just in disbelief. You know, George is like a Superman around here. So, yeah, just kind of in disbelief. I just wanted to say a quick prayer for him and, you know, just hoping for the best. And, you know, just really wanted him to know I was there for him.
The way the season has gone and the injuries that have already occurred, do you guys feel like you're battle-tested for that because of what you've already endured?
100%. Like I said earlier, you know, we went through that with Fred. I think Bosa's injury was not as, like, on the forefront, right? He got hurt. I didn't even know until, like, halftime. But, like, seeing Fred lay down and lay there on the ground, you know, in the condition he was in, I think it was hard for the team to shake back out of that. And I think that made us stronger for stuff like this, like, you know, Kittle going down in the first half. And, you know, I think if we didn't have experience with that, it would have been easy for everybody to fold, and nobody would have blamed us. They would say, hey, they don't have this player, don't have that player, they probably should lose.
Unhappy your name, JJ, showing off the arm again. What was it like for that?
He always had a great arm, but honestly, I thought he overthrew. I thought the wind took it a little bit. But, you know, CMC turned on the burners, man. It's just a really high-level play by 2 high-level players.
Trent, just the emotions of having another week with this group of guys, the depth, the chemistry that you have, to have another chance and now have Seattle coming out. Yeah. I mean, that was the message the whole week, pre-game. Just fight for another week, you know. You got to earn another week with your brothers. And, you know, and that's what we did. So, you know, it's on to Seattle. It's another divisional matchup, and, you know, we got to get ready for it.
Just wondering, what kind of message does it send about this franchise to these young guys on the team for you guys to fight through so much adversity and lose a guy like George Kittle tonight in a big game against a tough defense and still find a way to win?
Right. I just think, you know, for them just to see what the culture that we built here, and, you know, we lead by example. So it makes it easier for the young guys to come in and fit in and kind of know what they're supposed to do. We do have a veteran group, a veteran core. You know, so I think that helps.
What role does Kyle play in like making sure all the pieces fit as guys come in and out?
Say that again?
I said, what role does Kyle kind of play to make sure all the pieces are fitting as guys have to come in and out with injuries?
The head coach. I'm pretty sure he played a big part in it. You know, that's above my pay grade, though. I try not to worry about what I got to do. But like Kyle's one of the best coaches in the league. Is the best coach in my opinion. And you know, he always has a plan, and you know, he's always trying to put us in the right position.
Setting the example, you working so hard to get back this week as well.
Yeah. I mean, hopefully it's an example. I don't know, but yeah, I think it was just for me. I definitely wanted to be here for the team, even if I couldn't be 100%. I just wanted to go out there and just test my limits, and it'd be hard for me to sit out a playoff game, So, hopefully you guys pick up on that, but I did it for the team, really. So.
How do you feel quieting the Eagles crowd out there?
Oh, that was amazing. That was amazing.
As you were walking back here after the game, it kind of just felt like this one might have meant a lot to you. Maybe just a little extra special for you, just being banged up and all that. Just going into the game and soaking it in after, like for you personally.
Yeah.
What did this game mean to you?
It meant a lot. It was a lot of I wouldn't say mental gymnastics, but it did have a big effect on me because I didn't know how long my leg would hold up. I knew that that I was coming back early, and I knew that there was a huge chance of a reoccurrence. So to me, just trying to block that out and just go until I can't no more. So yeah, after we won the game was a sigh of relief, and just super proud of this team.
Was that at all motivated by the story Juice told earlier this week, or you just naturally have that motivation to get out there and fight?
Yeah, honestly, unfortunately, I'll make sure Juice didn't hear this, but I didn't hear the Juice speech. So, I think I was in there getting treatment.
Where were you?
I missed that one.
Right.
I was getting treatment.
With Dominik Puni, starting guard of the San Francisco 49ers, who come on the road, big underdogs, and win in Philly. How does that feel, man?
It feels great, man. It's my first playoff win, and to do it in Philly, of all places, one of the hardest places to play, it was sick, man. I'll never forget this feeling.
How much were you feeling that atmosphere in the build-up to the game? Like, we came in on the buses today, and like the fans following along, flipping the bird, giving it some stick. They were pretty quiet in that second half.
Man, you feel it, but like when you come play here, it's almost like I don't know. It's not like the fans are like really, really, really passionate about this team, and it really just makes you want to beat them more. Like, if that makes sense, because they're pretty hardcore. So it felt good to just beat them, honestly.
And look, a much vaunted defensive line on the other side. Brock you give up just the one sack, which is on that broken down play. Other than that, pretty clean pocket all night. How did that feel, knowing you guys up front, Trent back, just played an awesome game?
It feels good. Had a lot of double teams on 98, but in the second half, they kind of figured it out and started getting him some one-on-ones, but we ended up holding up, so it was really good.
Did you guys hear any of the talk of like 6-point underdogs and it's Philly, they're the Super Bowl champs?
Yeah, my brother. He's like, my brother last night at the hotel. He's like, yeah, it went from 3 to 6. I was like, dude, why are you even telling me that? Like, I was like, I don't know. He's like, I don't know. Like, that's a pretty big jump. I was like, I don't care. Like, we just got to go play ball. So yeah, out of all people, my brother.
Your quick reaction seeing George go down and obviously the cart coming out. What was going through your head?
I was sick to my stomach because he's a cornerstone of this franchise. He's one of the key pieces to this offense, and losing him in Philly what quarter was it? Second
quarter.
Yeah, early in the game. Like, it's tough, man, because he's just a great teammate, probably the best teammate, and you hate to see him go down. Just also because he's a superstar tight end. But on the flip side, it makes you want to play more for him, and I think we did that. I think we bunched together and just played for him that game.
Tom, what did you think of the O-line performance? It's a tough Philly D-line, but you guys stood up all night.
I mean, I don't know. I got to watch the film. Did we hold up pretty well?
I think so.
Okay, yeah. Then so
I thought the pocket was clean all night.
Okay, so yeah, it was pretty good then.
What was Brock like in the huddle in that final series? 2 picks already, but I mean, he seems like he just kind of compartmentalizes and focuses.
Same as the first drive. He doesn't waver, man. I love him, bro. He's awesome. He's a great quarterback. The way he commands the huddle is the same. If we're down 30 or up 30, it's going to be the same guy. He's always makes sure we're locked in and focused. If you throw 2 picks, a lot of other quarterbacks might waver and start playing a little different, but he's not that guy. Like, it doesn't matter. He can throw 10 picks. He's going to come out on that final drive and keep slinging it. So,
how key is it that you have those turnovers and on the first drive you stop them on 3 and out, second time hold them to a field goal? When you're the offense on the sideline watching your defense turn up like that, how much does that just boost you ready to go back out there?
It gives us so much confidence. We had too many 3 and outs tonight, and the defense just kept bailing us out. Special teams as well. Like, it gives us a lot of confidence going back on the field, knowing that we can kind of just play free and knowing the defense will get a stop if we come off the field.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate it. Here with Kalia Davis, defensive tackle of the 49ers who are on to the divisional round, man. How does that feel, baby?
Man, it feels great, man. Taking it one week at a time. All we doing is just, fighting for another week.
Talk to me a bit about stopping the run today, because there was a lot of talk about the run defence this week, and there was a lot of tackles for loss, a lot of early downs where they're suddenly in 2nd and 12, and you guys are making all the fits up front work.
Yeah, for sure. We know that, we got new linebackers in there, so we knew they was going to try to establish the run, so, we was prepared for that. And I just like how everybody, was just owning their job. It's just everybody not trying to do too much, just do their job, and you see the results.
How wild seeing the performance from a guy like Eric Kendricks, who wasn't on this team a month ago, and yet tonight played like a defensive MVP.
Man, he got history in this league, so I never really doubted him. It's just, it's tough coming to a team mid-season and stuff, and I really didn't know how much of the scheme and stuff, but like it looked like he's been here all year. So man, shout out to him.
And like for you guys, again, so much talk has been about this defensive line, about not getting pressure. Keon gets a huge pressure to kill the game. You're getting into the backfield. Like, do you guys feel that tonight? Did you feel that you guys were cooking in a way that we haven't seen in recent weeks?
Yeah, for sure. We knew we had to rush them a certain type of way. Jalen Hurts can hurt us with his legs, and I feel like we executed that game plan perfectly.
And talk to us a little bit about what Robert Saleh, after those first 3 drives, they do 177 yards on the first 3 drives, and then the next 5 you hold them to, I think it was 50 total with just the field goal. Like, what was the adjustment? What was the message from Robert Saleh?
Just really just, like I said, just owning your job. Everyone just not try to do too much, do your 111, and then I think on the last touchdown was that 3rd and 15. We were supposed to be off the field on that, so, we was just taking a step back, seeing what we need to do, like individually, and just put it all together.
And how tasty is it being on to Seattle next week?
I feel like, this is the one I've been waiting on. It was the loss last week for the #1 seed, and I'm just happy for another opportunity to play them.
Thank you, Kalia. Really appreciate it. 49ers safety, Jason Pinnock, just coming into that game when Jair goes down and playing as many starting snaps as you did. Talk to us about what that defense achieved today in putting on such a performance.
Yeah, not only just that one situation, but situations we've been facing all year. Like that game, that goes to show you. I mean, it was kind of dropping like flies to start off, and it's just a no flinch team, bro. Like, you just gotta love it. You gotta love it.
It felt like today, particularly in the run fits, like people were talking about missed tackles all week. I barely remember a missed tackle from this entire game tonight.
Clean tackles, bro, by guys that weren't even here a month ago, bro. So we're just super proud to have them, proud that they were to display it, not just for us, but for the world. So.
Between that, the lack of penalties, how clean you guys played tonight, how proud are you of the performance?
Man, just super proud. And it's everybody. There's so many people that got opportunities that probably didn't throughout the year, whether it's here or wherever they were. Man, it's just a blessing. See everybody out flying around, bro. Just good tackles, like you said, not a clean football. That's it.
You talked about the guys who weren't even on the team a month ago. Eric Kendricks coming off the sofa, making the 4th down play, but also so many tackles for loss, so many key hits in this game. Like, how inspiring has it been to see those guys come in and just play like they did today?
Eric alone, man, just to pick his brain since he's been in the building, played a lot of ball, all-pro type guy. Wallow, got to shout out my guy Wallow. Came in and just not only fit the scheme, but made his plays. So that's the biggest thing, man.
And what was the message from Robert Saleh going into today, and then when he broke you down in here in the locker room afterwards?
Kind of the whole thing we've been preaching all year, no flinch. Like, we're not flinching. Somebody go down or this play happen, explosive here, broken run, broken play, whatever, man. We just no flinch. Next snap, line up.
And look, you guys proved yourself today when a lot of people didn't believe in you. Yep. Seattle next weekend after what we saw last week. How excited are you for the opportunity to go there and prove yourself again?
Super. I think the whole world know how we feeling.
Love that. Look, appreciate you, man. Thanks so much. Congratulations. Junior, first of all, coming on the road, big underdogs. Seemed like no one believed in this team this week. How does it feel to come away with that dub?
It feels great. Not a better feeling than being an underdog and coming out on top. So, we feel that doubt, we feel that hate, and, there's just fuel to our fire, honestly.
We came in on the team bus today and we were sat right near you and we saw all those Eagles fans flipping the bird, swearing at the bus. You seem to be relishing that. You seem to be enjoying this atmosphere and this kind of hostile environment.
Right. I love, when people, shame us and try to count us out and doubt us and be negative towards us, because I want them, my biggest job is to make them eat those words, and that's what we did tonight. So I'm sure all those Philly fans that was flicking us off and calling us names, before the game, I'm sure they're somewhat mad and have a bad look on their face right now. So,
did you know Jawan had an arm like that?
Oh yeah, I've been watching him, spin it at practice and practice just throwing it at practice. So, at any given moment, I knew it was going to come.
And what does it say about Shanahan and this offense that coming off a 3-point worst yardage performance of his time as head coach of this team, that you guys go out and put together some of the best drives of the season, it felt like?
Just creativity, man. He's smart and he's creative, and he don't give up. He don't put his back against the wall. He continue to call plays aggressively, and that's his style.
And finally, getting to watch that defense on the sideline, who again much maligned in the build-up to this game. No way they can stop the Eagles. Eric Hendricks off the sofa makes 4 or 5 massive plays there, including that game killer on 4th down. Like, what was it like watching them get their flowers and finally make that step?
It was inspiring, man. Eric Hendricks, that's my locker mate. So just seeing his progression since the day he got in here, and just see him go out here and cap this game off, man, it's super inspiring, great, and it's great for him.
Well, I really appreciate your time, man. Congratulations. Maybe see you in Seattle next week.
Yes, sir. Thank you.